Well, let's keep that markets theme going. Chris Andrews, the CEO of Trobe Financial, joins me live now. Chris, thanks so much for your time. Look, has there been any real market reaction to the attempted assassination of Donald Trump over the weekend? It seems pretty muted out there.
Yes, good summary, Edward, and great to be with you. Markets have taken the assassination attempt in their stride, and just as importantly, the likely impact that it will have on the US election and President Trump's prospects of success there. So the Australian markets, as you've said, are strongly up. US futures are up. Frankly, at the moment, markets keep meeting a whole lot of turmoil with a whole lot of calmness.
Yeah, there's obviously a lot of turmoil right now and political uncertainty as well, not just the US election, also the changing governments in UK and France. How do you expect global markets are going to handle all this?
Edward, you could add war in Europe, you could add tensions in the South China Sea. There is a lot of volatility going on. The bottom line is, though, geopolitics is not currently moving markets. The main game continues to be inflation and interest rates, with fiscal settings, trade policy, geopolitics distant seconds at best.
Yeah, and our local market today above 8,000 points, pretty significant barrier there for the ASX 200. What's really driving all the positivity here in Australia at the moment?
Well, we should say first that we haven't had quite the same bull run since COVID as our friends have experienced in the United States. Nevertheless, the animal spirits are clearly out, and that's driving substantial gains. They're broad-based, and really they're built on those same factors, inflation and interest rates. And right now, we're seeing strengthening sentiment around the likelihood that the Fed's next move on interest rates will be downwards.
Yeah, Chris, that next movement coming up in September, it does now seem pretty likely that the Fed is going to cut rates. So that's giving positivity not just to Australia, but markets all over the world.
Indeed, Ed. And I keep stressing this, and you can't stress it enough. At the moment, it's all about interest rates and inflation. As long as we keep seeing good data on inflation, that downward pressure on interest rates is going to keep driving market sentiment.
And the other thing here as well, the Reserve Bank of Australia, their next meeting's coming up in August, and now it looks kind of like rates could potentially be on hold here in Australia too. Good news for mortgage holders across the country.
Yeah, good news for mortgage holders. There's always a trade-off, of course, between mortgage holders and savers. At the moment, the balance of forces is that I think the Reserve Bank's likely to hold steady for some time, but it will be a month-to-month proposition. We've seen markets move quite wildly over the last 12 months based on each data print as it comes out month by month. So keep an eye on CPI and keep an eye on unemployment. Those are the two main figures to watch.
Chris Andrews, CEO of Trobe Financial. Thanks for coming on the show this afternoon.
Thanks, Edward. Great talking to you.